Well, hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Without Excuse. I'm your host, Paul Walerczak, and as always, we're glad that you've joined us for another outdoor biblical devotional. The topic for our discussion today is the art of observation. Well, friend, today, as we talk about the art of observation, we're going to be using the technique of aging mature bucks as they approach our stand in order to understand our biblical application for the day. I'm really excited today to have my friend, Dr. Grant Woods, on the show. Grant is going to be discussing the various techniques he uses and the characteristics of a buck that he looks at as it approaches his stand in order to make that split-second decision to decide whether it's a shooter or not and if it's a mature deer. Once Grant has wrapped that up, he's then going to transition and share with us some very important observational techniques he uses when he studies the Bible, God's Word. So at this time, we're going to turn the show over to Dr. Grant Woods.
I was checking some trail camera cards this morning and found a great surprise. Look at that.
Oh my, he's a dog. Yeah,
that's a mature doe. Look at the face. We're in the Ozark Mountains, as y'all know, no commercial ag fields anywhere around, so bucks rarely get over 200, 210 pounds. But check out this monster we found.
Do you recognize him?
No, none of us do. I theorize it's the deer Dad didn't shoot last year, because I don't know if any other buck in that neighborhood could have got that big. Mature does here tend to weigh 100, 120 pounds on the top end. And look how much bigger this buck is than this doe. Sometimes you find a buck that you instantly just know it's a shooter. You don't have to worry on any particular technique or tactic to age it. But this buck is so huge, he highlights some of the characteristics I look for to determine if a buck is 4 years of age or older. The Reconnex actually captured several pictures of this buck, but this is a great broadside view, and it just shows a tremendous pop belly, sway back, and a little bit of a hump over the shoulder. Although overall, this buck's body is so large, some of the features aren't as clear as a slightly smaller buck. Clearly this buck is mature, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, I'm not sure. This buck is mature enough that we see he's got split G2s coming on, and we can also see some extra points coming off in other places. Even though he's shifted around posture, we're still seeing a huge pop belly, sway back, really defined front shoulders, the neck merging all the way at the chest. The eyes look small because there's so much flesh on the face. Clearly an older deer. I am really excited for deer season this year. I've done a lot of work preparing for it. Planted this food plot. I've got soybeans right behind me, protected by an electric fence so they can get tall and make a lot of pods. And I'll take that fence down late this winter when deer are really seeking energy and most of the acorns are gone. Boy, they're gonna pour into those soybean pods. I've got my blind in the back of the field already so deer are getting used to it and don't consider it a threat. I've done my homework, but not all of it. My objective is to harvest a mature buck. And if I don't study what mature bucks look like, I might make the wrong decision when a really healthy, good-looking 2-year-old comes prancing out in the field. Big old antlers moving all around. Boy, it'd be tempting to pull the trigger or send an arrow his way. Life's a lot like that. If you're not prepared, you can make the wrong decision in a moment of excitement. Sometimes those decisions can have a lot more catastrophic events than simply harvesting a 2-year-old buck. They can impact your health, your life, and damage those you love most, your family and friends. I don't want to make those decisions. And the only way you can be prepared to make the right decision every time is to have a close relationship with the creator of the whole universe, God and Jesus Christ, his son. You know, we need to know what they want for our lives. And the only way to do that is be close to them with a personal relationship. The best way is study their word every morning. I like to get up early morning every day and read the Bible, read a part of God's word. It's a living word and it's going to speak directly to me. I might take a different message from it than you do because God knows what I'm going to face that day, what challenges, what temptations are going to come my way. You want to make the best decisions in life? You want to protect your family? You want to be prepared for every day? Then do what I do. Study God's word every morning, be solid in your faith, and be ready to make the right decision.
Thanks, Grant, for being on the show today, and we appreciate you sharing the art of observation as it applies to both aging a mature buck as well as studying God's Word. You know, friend, there's a passage in the Bible that this makes me think of. When I think about Acts chapter 17, we find that Paul was teaching to a group of people that were called Bereans. And in that, we will learn that the Bereans knew how to observe God's Word. In Acts chapter 17, verses 10 and 11, we read this. Then the brethren immediately sent Paul and Silas away by night to Berea. When they arrived, they went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness and searched the Scriptures daily to find out whether these things were so. Well, friend, Paul was simply trying to tell us that the Bereans knew the art of observation. They were ready to receive God's Word, they rightly divided it, and then applied it to their lives. Now that is the art of observation. Well, as we wrap things up for today, I simply want to challenge you to apply those same principles in your life today. If you have any questions or comments in reference to the teaching you've heard today, or you or your church organization need an outdoor speaker for an upcoming outdoor expo or wild game event, please feel free to email me at paul@withoutexcuseministries.com. And I look forward to seeing you again on another episode of Without Excuse. And until next time, remember, be safe, shoot straight, and enjoy your time in God's great outdoors.